Reverend Jesse Jackson is a veteran civil rights leader who worked alongside Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., and the Reverend Jackson is joining us live tonight. Thank you for taking some time to talk to us tonight. We appreciate it.
Thank you for allowing me to be with you tonight.
Well, let's start with the voting rights bill. The debate over voting rights in this country is an important one. What is the best way forward right now?
Well, I hope that President Biden does not lower himself anymore trying to beg Senator to vote for the Voting Rights Act. I hope the roll is called tomorrow. We'll see who's with us and who's against us. Not a single Republican, not a single one. People like Romney, you think better, would cross the line. They're hemmed in by Trumpism, it seems to me. So to lose Dr. King's speech, I have a dream, and Mr. Trump's, I have a lie.
Reverend, in a recent op-ed in the Birmingham Times, you said something that stood out to me, and I want to repeat your words and have you elaborate. You call the nation's youth the most diverse and the least racist of Americans. Why does this group of young people, the next generation, give you so much hope, not only on the topic of voting rights, but on so many other issues that face us?
They go to school together and socialize together. When I was growing up in Greenville, South Carolina, I was arrested at age 18. Trying to use a public library. We could not use a public library. We couldn't use the toilet, graveyards. I was born in the house because we were born in the hospital. I mean, these children are growing up together. I mean, there's big football games on Saturday afternoon, colleges. Alabama plays Georgia. People that may be Trump in the stands and Democrats on the field, but they're growing to the consciousness, appreciating each other, respecting each other. That can't happen in segregation. We were hurt badly by segregation. Lost many scholars. Made a great contribution.
And the other thing that you mentioned when it comes to our nation's youth is you want high school graduates to receive a voter registration card, that they play a role in voting rights when they become eligible to vote. Why is that so key?
They must be taught the power of the vote. You go to the jury, in court, only registered voters can serve as jurors. It's a big deal to you know. The other thing, of course, is that college students have the right to residence. If you're in Illinois, you're in Miami, you can vote wherever you go to school. We're going to try to get students registered en masse this summer, involved, and get them to show their wares. They should be fighting to reduce tuition, should be fighting for free community colleges. We're going to Appalachia, I might add, by April 4th, Dr. King's assassination date. We're going to have a mass march in Charleston, West Virginia. Let Mr. Manchin talk to the people who let him explain why students in community colleges there shouldn't have free education. Then why tuition should not be reduced for those trapped in student loan debt. Let me explain why they don't have affordable health care. And coal mine dies every 6 hours of black lung disease today. So let him explain that to the people, not just civil rights. That's the role we play. We try to be our conscience. It's above partisan politics.
I want to talk to you about a few other things while I've got you, Reverend Jackson, and that is your friend, Martin Luther King Jr. Today is a day that so many of us set aside to remember and honor him. We heard his children today say it is not about celebration, it's about legislation, it's about working on this day. How do you want him to be remembered, and what does this day mean to you personally?
He was an extreme scholar activist. You know, he didn't finish high school. In 11th grade, he went to Morehouse as an early student. Now, the major that program, those young men who could score high on tests should be in Morehouse as a freshman, not high school senior. He went to Morehouse real fast, got his PhD, 26 years old. And so he's a scholar. He told me, he said, Jess, I read a fiction and non-fiction book every week. He just avid reader, you know. It made us feel good because he talked to the press and never could put him down. He was smarter than they were, you know. I think, for example, the idea of filibuster, I quote, he said, filibuster is used by a minority of the senators to block legislation for the majority. They dare not talk to the majority, they don't talk to each other, talk to the minority. That's why we're going to have a major march in April 4th in Charleston, Virginia. Maybe get Stevie Wonder and Willie Nelson down there. Kids out the hill who want free education. Community colleges come to the rally. Who want livable wages, come to the rally. We're going to have a Rainbow Coalition. He was born inside segregation. Segregation was not born in him. But in racism, he didn't internalize the system.
Let me ask you about faith in America. I listened to a sermon recently, and I would love to get your thoughts. on this as a Baptist minister and someone who has been involved in politics and spoken to people on both sides of the aisle about bringing folks together. And this was a point that the pastor made in this sermon, talking about consumer Christianity. And he cited some research that the number of Christians in America is declining so rapidly, it's being characterized as a free fall. With your role over the course of history in civil rights and in the faith-based community, are you concerned at all about faith in America, and what role does it play right now with such divisiveness?
Well, the divisiveness called us to heal, to reconcile. I got involved in the school strike last week. When I invited to ask me to be a part of it, union, choosing sides, to reconcile sides. That's the moral correct thing to do. I'm very concerned that we are losing grip on faith. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, evidence unseen. We need substance. Our faith should be connected with education, healthcare, and jobs. I thought Jesus came, so I can bring good news. What is good news? Heal the sick, feed the hungry, and all that. That's his program. So many Christians, frankly, have so much luxury time now they go out on Sunday morning. Many churches, for example, have made more resources in the pandemic when they were meeting in person. This is clear money, and they're in church. But the fact of the matter is, unless you have a sense of your soul wrapped up in Jesus Christ, it's hard to be a Christian unless you do that.
I only have a few seconds left, Reverend, but the pandemic, as you mentioned, has impacted us all uniquely in different ways. I know you and your wife both hospitalized last fall as a result. Tell me about your experience briefly, and how are you doing now, health-wise?
Doing very well now. I took my wife to the hospital. She was showing signs of sickness. And while there, the doctor knew me. He said, "Yeah, let me give you a test." He gave me a test. I tested positive. And she tested, we went to different places. And for 5 days, I was positive, negative, positive. Then negative. I left there, I went to the Shirley Ryan Rehab Center. I could not walk a step for 3 weeks. I could not talk at all for 4 weeks. Could not talk at all. I'm learning how to talk again, learning how to walk again. I marched from Tribune down to the Chicago Tower last week. Demonstration. I asked God to give me strength to at least demonstrate, tell our story again. So it seems to me that that's a big challenge we have today. To be people of faith who fight back.
Reverend Jesse Jackson, I wish you health, and I thank you for taking some time to talk to us tonight about your friend, Martin Luther King.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thanks for watching. Click the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.